Hey people, welcome back. This is matrix video number 14, and this one is more systems with matrices. So I'm going to show you a few more examples of the last video so you can kind of get a deeper understanding of how this process works. So here we go. So here's the first example. That's a 2, not a z, just to clarify. So I have two variables here, right, x and y. So I'm going to take this and turn it into, again, what's called an augmented matrix. So x, y, and then your numerical constants over there. So I have -3, 4, and 2. And I have 1, -1, and -1 for the second equation, right, the bottom row. So all you're going to do is make this matrix, store it as matrix A or whatever letter you want to store it as, doesn't really matter. And then type in RREF, or not, sorry, don't type it in. Find the function RREF under matrix and an arrow to the math option under the matrix options. And RREF, parenthesis, fill it in, select matrix A, and then close parentheses, and just press the equal sign. When you do that with this one, you get this back. You get the matrix 1, 0, -2, 0, 1, -1. So again, this is your x column, your y column, and then your numerical constant column. So 1x is -2, so x equals -2. And then 1y is -1, so y equals -1. So your answer is -2, -1. And this is, and I'll stop that. This is your answer here. Let's try a different one a little bigger. So now I've got a 3 variable system of equations here. So again, same thing. Turn it into an augmented matrix. So this top row, 1, 1, 1, 8.8. I'm going to put a little line here again to separate. I have my x's, my y's, my z coefficient, and my constant coefficient on the other side. I have 2x, I have -5y, I have 9z, and -4.8. And in the third row, I have 3x, I have 2y, I have -7z, and then -7.6. So now I'm going to make this a matrix. So you always have the amount of rows as the amount of variables you have, and you always have one more column because you have the extra column over here. So I'm going to type this again in as matrix whatever. I'll make it matrix B this time. Doesn't really matter what it is. And again, RREF on your calculator. That's under the matrix math options. And select matrix B, press equals. And when you do that, this is what you get. This matrix right here is what you get back. So again, x, y, z, and your numerical constants. There's usually a line between them just to show some separation. So look at the first row. X equals 0, y equals 6, and z equals 2.8. Isn't that nice? The whole thing's done for you. No writing down a whole page of work and all that kind of stuff. I mean, I'm glad you guys did it, and you got a lot of work out of that, and probably improved a lot of your math skills, but that's over now. So if you're ticked off at me, I'm sorry. Just how it is. Okay, let's try one more. One that we couldn't even do before. So look at this one here. We've got 4 variables. You see that? And that? And this? Those are all w's. Now we have w, x, y, and z. Basically, we ran out of the alphabet, so we just went back before x and found w. So the first thing I've got to do here is reorder them, because these equations right now are kind of out of order, and by kind of I mean they actually are. So I need to reorder them so I have w's, then x's, then y's, then z's, then equals that constant number. So I'm going to take every equation and change it. So the first one actually is okay. W plus 2x plus y equals 0. That one's fine. This one here, though, I want the numbers on the other side. So I'm going to subtract 3 from both sides. So I'm going to do that one in green. So I have 2w. I have no x. And up here in the first equation, I had no z. So plus 0z. So plus 0x, I had minus 1y. And then plus 1z. And that all equaled negative 3. The next equation, this one here, is actually fine. I have no w's though, but I do have an x. I have 2y. I have minus 3z. That equals negative 14. And the last one, so I want the numbers on the other side, so minus 13, minus 13. So you can't do this RREF stuff until you get all the equations in order. So I have 3 w's. I have negative 3x's. I have positive 2y's. And that's really bad too. I have no z's. And together, that's all negative 13. So this whole monstrosity becomes the matrix, right? The RREF, or the augmented matrix, I'm sorry. So it looks like this. So this matrix, poof, this thing here is the augmented matrix. Augmented, I'm running out of room there. So this time, it's in order. The first column's W, next one's X, next one's Y, next one's Z, and at the end I have my constant numbers. So type this matrix in as matrix A or matrix D or whatever matrix you want it to be. Then hit the RREF button, and when you do that, you should get this. So RREF, whatever you name this matrix, and you should get this for an answer. So what do you notice here? I have decimals, and decimals suck. Sometimes you're stuck with them, but sometimes you can hit the math fraction button and change it into this. Make this matrix right here. I just arrowed over to the right to see the whole thing. So this right there, that's W. The second one is X. The third one is Y. And my fourth and final one is my Z. So those are my answers that you see right here. And there you go. Any system can be solved in this way. Alright, thanks for watching this video. Adios.